Hi everybody, Jillian here. I'm so excited to be back again, sharing a new Bible journaling process video using the new March releases from the Print and Pray shop over at illustratedfaith.com. Today I'm going to be using the printables from Brianna Showalter, and they have this really great nautical theme. I want to remind you guys that each artist includes some scripture references on all of their printables, and that's actually where I got the verse that I'm going to journal today, Psalm 98:7. I also wanted to show you guys how I combined two sheets of the printables on one because I wanted the elements to be a little smaller. So this is how large they were originally, and then I just shrunk them down and put two on one page and printed them that way so that they're much smaller and I can put more on the page. Because this is a nautical theme, I really wanted to do something fun with watercolors, and so I'm going to be using some Distress inks and the plastic packaging or smooshing technique to get some color down on the page. I'm going to go ahead and put you guys on fast forward and get started. Now this is only the second time I am using the ink smooshing technique with Distress inks, so I am kind of learning as I go here. The first thing I'm going to do is take some plastic packaging. This is just a wrapper that some alphabet stickers came in. I put the ink pad face down on the page to get some, on the plastic to get some color there, and then I took a paintbrush, dipped it in clear water, and then added that to the ink. Now, instead of actually putting the brush in the ink, which is what I would recommend doing, I decided to rub it together to kind of activate the ink. And there was a ton of water and it was going to spill everywhere, so I ended up taking a rag and sopping up some of the ink. So what I'm doing is just going to apply a few different layers here. I'm going in with some more of the blue. So basically what you do is you get the ink moving around with some water, and then you flip it over and you put it on your page and just smush it around until you get the coverage that you want. In between each color, I am hitting it with the heat tool to make sure that the blue and the yellow and the blue and the pinks don't mix to get, some weird color. I'm going to go in now with the Wild Honey color and put that across the top. And I was really just mimicking or trying to mimic colors that I saw in Brianna's printables. So the yellow, for the yellow starfish, the pink crab legs, and the blue seashells were just all things that I was trying to mimic on the page. This pink color is called Worn Lipstick, and it's a little warmer than I wanted, so I am going to go in with another color pink that's a little more vibrant. And you can see it's a pretty easy technique. I am cleaning off the plastic with a baby wipe each time, just to make sure that none of the colors mix. I'm going to go in with this brighter pink. It's called Picked Raspberry, and I'm going to add that to the bottom of the page, sopping up a little bit of the color so it doesn't get all over the place. It still got all over me, but at least not on my work surface. So that looks about good to me. I'm going to go ahead and dry it one last time and then move on. This definitely did bleed through. You can see I didn't prep the page or anything, but I'm really excited to work with the bleed through on the back. It's actually really pretty. So I am going to attempt to stretch out the page and use some washi tape to adhere it to my Bible mat. I put the washi tape on my hand first so that the oils in my skin could break down some of the adhesive on the washi tape so that it doesn't, when I pick it up from the Bible page, it won't bring any of the Bible page along with it. Next, I am going to cut out all of the seashell shapes that I want to use, say that 5 times fast, and so that way I can have those guys ready to go. So I take the mat away and the washi tape came up very easily. Next, I'm going to use my Illustrated Faith tape runner to get the paper pieces down. And I like to have things going off the edge of the page. You can fit more on that way. Also, I just like the way that it looks. It doesn't look so cramped. So my favorite thing about the crab was its legs, and so I just chose to keep only its legs on the top left of the page. And then I'm doing the same thing with the seashells here. I really wanted to have this blue clamshell, this blue shell over on the right side of the page, since there's a lot of room there. I am in the Book of Psalms, and it's printed like poetry, so I had a little more room to work with. And so what I thought it would be fun to do is have it look as if it's coming out of the binding, off of the edge of the page. The tape runner that I used is pretty forgiving, so I was able to easily pick up the piece that I had stuck down without any tearing or anything like that. I'm going to do the same thing with the sand dollar here and layer that under the blue shell. Next, I am taking different colors of the homespun alphabet stickers, and I'm going to spell out my favorite part of this verse. It's Psalm 98:7. It says, "Let the sea resound and everything in it, the world and all who live in it." And then a little further down at the end of verse 8, it says, "Let them sing for joy before the Lord." And I just thought that was something really cool to think about while I was journaling this page and having fun. You know, putting paint and stickers and things like that down. You know, how amazing God's creation is, and it all glorifies Him and reveals Him to us. And there's some pretty cool stuff that we don't even have the technology to see yet, but I bet it's amazing, and it just makes me so in awe of Him. I was also thinking about this quote that was on the printables that Brianna had, and it says, "The God of big miracles is also the God of small details." And that's so true. I mean, all you have to do is get a flower and just look at the amazing detail, you know, that's put into it. It's pretty incredible to think about. I'm using this tab as a template. I wanted a tab for the page. I don't have a tab punch. So I thought I would use another one as a template and cut around it. And once I put it on the page, I realized it didn't really fit. And I don't know if you can see, I had lightly adhered the one to the other. And some of the ink ended up coming up with the adhesive. So I don't recommend doing that. Maybe use your tab punch or just trace it instead of adhering it. And then I'm just using both journaling pens here interchangeably to draw some lines and write, "Lord, all the earth shouts for joy to you." One of the last things that I'm going to do is add in a couple more shells. I was very happy to see that I had some room, so I'm just adding the blue shell and the pink shell here. I'm going to add a date stamp at the bottom, and then I'm going to take this white big brush pen from Faber-Castell, and I'm going to put some dots around the page. I've really been into doing this lately with the black marker, and I thought that the white would look really good with such a saturated background. So I go to town with this thing and just put it everywhere. Nope, not done yet. And that's it. Here's a finished look at the page along with a couple of close-ups. You guys can find all the printables that I used over at the Print and Pray shop at illustratedfaith.com. Just hit the shop drop down and you'll see the link for the Print and Pray shop. See you next time.